Hey everyone. Well, a friend of mine posted recently about witching or divining rods, and I thought I'd just put out something that of what I know about it. Not that I know much, but I've used witching or divining rods for oh, 30 years anyway, since I first learned about the trick of how to use it back in, I think it was 1983. A fellow by the name of Ben McMillan showed me at the Savannah, Georgia refinery. And we were able to locate, I don't know, 20 some underground pipes that with this technique. Anyway, it works on the principle of there's a dielectric that sets up lines of flux, and they're invisible. It sets it up wherever you are in the world, doesn't matter. But any dielectric will put up lines of flux. So you use a couple of rods. We don't use a piece of wood like it's shown in the old days of trying to find water, but a couple of metal rods, thin. Any will do. I use weld rods, I use brazing rods, I use coat hangers. If I got nothing else, it just needs to be thin metal rods. Anyway, you would use these, and the lines of flux will cause these rods to move if they're held very loosely in your hands. And I've used this technique extremely successfully every time I've tried it. So you can watch, you can believe or not, but this is kind of a do-it-yourself science type thing. My background, I am an engineer. I do understand, or I think I do anyway, the science behind it. So try it yourself. Good luck with it.
It's all okay.
All right, so here we are sequestered in Texas still, so I thought I'd do a little do-it-yourself science. These are the rods I'm talking about. So these are just two pieces of brazing rod bent into an L, as you can see. It's important how you hold them. So you want them to be able to turn free. So basically, you're putting it just like that, okay? Just so that they can turn on their own. All right. This can be done with hangers. It can be done with um, just any type, as long as they're thin and they're just like metal rods. So to give you an idea, just stay there, man. Stay there. So I'm going to walk. Now I know that there's a sprinkler system right over there underground, our lawn sprinkler. So as I walk, you're going to see the rods turn. I'm trying to keep them from falling, but the turn. And the sprinkler is directly under me right here. Okay? When I keep going, then the rod's going to point to it. So when I go this way, the rod says it's right there. Okay? Just to show you how these work, we're going to step over here. I got a piece of pipe that's not hidden. See the piece of pipe? So I'm going to walk over the piece of pipe, and you'll see how they turn. Okay? So you see the rods? Whoop, almost dropped that one. And they want to keep pointing back at the pipe until you get a ways away, and then they swing. So what is that? That is a dielectric flux that is set up by objects that are dielectric, like metal. It could be even copper, aluminum, water. Water is a dielectric. Anything like that. So plastic pipe filled with water. You can find them. You can find any of this stuff. You got to watch it, because if there's overhead electrical lines, it'll find those too. But this is divine. Stop it.